It is 2025. That means I have been doing YouTube on and off for about 6 years. And in those 6 years, this channel has not blown up. I am not internet famous. And I don't even make money from Adsense anymore. And yet posting videos online, being able to write scripts after work, film during the weekends, and edit whenever I have a little patch of free time, it just has changed my entire life. And if you had told 20-something-year-old me that I would be landing brand deals, that I would be building my confidence, posting videos from my bedroom, and finding a community online, then I probably would have laughed. And yet, here we are. I still work full-time, and not as a full-time YouTuber, mind you, but YouTube changed my life anyway. There are a few reasons why I think so let's start with the most obvious. Yes, definitely, I think it's a big deal to be able to say as a small creator that I'm able to land brand deals with brands that I really love. I think that when a lot of people start posting online, they have this little goal in the back of their head to start doing things like this, to land brand deals from their dream companies. And to be able to say that I've done some of that to even a really small extent, it's been an amazing feeling. It's very validating for me posting videos online, not really expecting it to attract attention from different brands and companies, and yet it has, and that's honestly like a really great feeling. Speaking of awesome brands who support small creators like me, let me talk to you today about the sponsor of this video, Gamma. Gamma 3.0 just launched, and the standout feature is the new Gamma Agent. It's like having an AI design partner that researches, refines, and perfects your content. You give it your ideas, and it searches the web, adds your uploads, and completely upgrades your presentation in seconds. I tested it myself for my own freelance content projects, and Gamma changed everything, helping me create faster, smarter, and way more polished than anything I've used before. Plus, there are new features to support team collaboration, connecting to automation tools like Make using Gamma API, and more. Check Gamma out today at gamma.app and see how you can level up your creative process. Now, back to the video. And you can look at the numbers, they're all public. I have like 2,000 subscribers and a small fraction of people watch my videos. So if you really look at the world of like content creation and, you know, online influencing and whatever, that's a really small audience. But over the last 6 years of posting on YouTube on and off, I have been so lucky to be able to work with brands that I never thought were even possible for small creators like me. There were brands like Podia, Moth, Gamma. These brands have reached out to me to do review content on my channel, and honestly, just being able to say that just blows my mind sometimes. Now, don't get me wrong, the amount that I get from these sponsorships is very reasonable. It's very fair. It's small. It's not like I can quit my job with these sponsorship amounts. But what I do make from the average sponsored video on my channel, it covers a couple of coffees for me a month, and you know, I'm not gonna say no to that. And as I sit here and reflect about these experiences, I really think that the life-changing aspect of it wasn't the brands that reached out or being able to say that I work with brands. Instead, the life-changing thing about this thing is when you work with brands, and really any brand, it taught me how to be a more professional creator. Being able to work with brands taught me how to pitch myself, how to deliver content on time, how to communicate and set expectations, and how to be a valuable partner, because I honestly would love if these same brands would work with me again. Those skills that I can get from working professionally with different brands are priceless skills. And if it wasn't for YouTube and my little content creation hobby, then it definitely has been great for my actual career, because these are many soft skills, even hard skills that I'm able to use at my actual job and at my actual profession. And that makes me look more professional even in this hobby. And I think that's just a really good thing for me in my own life. The skills that I've learned from learning how to deliver good work for these different brands is a priceless thing. And if not for YouTube, if not my content creation career, then definitely for my actual career. These are skills that I take with me every single day to work, just being more professional, showing up more professionally, and that's not something that I take for granted. And one thing I'm really proud of is a lot of these brands have come back to work with me again in one form or another. Either I pitched myself and they agreed, or they came back and just said, hey, can you do another video for us? Honestly, it's a hugely fulfilling feeling to know that you know, a small creator like me can get noticed by big brands like that. And you know, if you're on the same boat, if you're trying to think maybe I could do this YouTube thing, then you should probably give it a try, because you don't need hundreds and thousands of subscribers to land different types of brand deals. So just keep that in mind. So before I move on to my second point, I have a question for you. So when I first started posting YouTube videos, do you think that I was already 100% confident and that's why I started posting YouTube videos online? Because I was so confident already? Absolutely not. The first thing, I sat in front of a camera for my very first YouTube video, I had no idea what to even do. I didn't know half the things I was gonna say. I didn't know how to be presentable on camera. It felt so weird and awkward, feeling like I had to be talking to somebody, but it was actually just a lens sitting in front of me. Like, I couldn't imagine, I can't tell you just how awkward and self-conscious I felt. And it's not even all about the skills of being able to talk in front of a camera. I'm gonna be very honest right now and say that when I first started filming YouTube videos, it triggered a lot of my own insecurities. Like, I would be sitting here and thinking, oh man, my makeup sucks, or my hair is awful today, or oh, wow, I sit a really funny way. You know, I'm human, and we can think of a lot of different ways to nitpick ourselves. And seeing myself on camera, on recorded footage, and I am not a professional video editor, I'm not a director or anything, just seeing all these tiny little flaws I could pinpoint, it's pretty triggering, and it is what it is. To this day, I still get self-conscious about it. I have sat through, while editing videos that have landed published on this channel, I have sat there and edited and thought to myself, God, I sound horrible, or I look horrible, or I gesture weird, and I know, I'm like, I just, whatever. It hurts my feelings to be so mean to myself, but it is what it is. All that to say is, I really hated looking at myself on camera. I really didn't like having to edit my own things. I wish I had an editor to pass all of these things to, because then I wouldn't have to be sitting there and nitpicking every single thing that's wrong with me based on my own insecurities. But the weirdest thing about all of this is, the more I did it, the less I cared. It surprised me just how much confidence that I built just by showing up, doing the YouTube videos, posting the YouTube videos. Even if I hated the way I looked, the way I talked, the way I gestured, the way any I think human could look at themselves on camera and hate themselves for, I still did it anyway. I still posted that video. In some weird way, it's kind of like saying, look, I've seen all my weirdest angles. I have made facial expressions that I wish I never made on camera. I've had hairstyles that I regret filming while on camera, but I survived all that. And if I can survive all that, what can't I do? I'm not going to sit here and say I don't care so much about my appearance when I do make YouTube videos. I still do to a certain extent. It's just now it doesn't bother me as much. I mean, to be perfectly candid, I still think that maybe my hair longer was better for my YouTube channel, even though I like having short hair in general, and I like having my natural hair, not colored and all that stuff. But that's embracing my whole natural whatever is like for a whole nother video. I'm not gonna go too off tangent on that. I guess because I'm not a model, I'm not an influencer, I'm not a celebrity whose entire career depends on how I look, it's easier for me to just focus on the main message that I'm trying to do for every single video. So why does it matter that I didn't really take time to make my background perfect, or I didn't do my makeup in a way that like a supermodel would? Why does it matter? Because I know the type of content I'm trying to make. I know the message I'm trying to do. And as long as I'm creating content that I'm proud of, about the things that I'm really interested in and things that you like to watch, then that's fine by me. I'll say it again, when I learned to embrace all these insecurities and just start showing up online anyway, it made me believe that I can really do anything. And that's a whole life-changing thing in itself. And the third way that I think YouTube has changed my life is really just believing in the power of a creative outlet. It's no secret to a lot of my friends and family that the reason I keep posting on this channel, even if it doesn't make any money, even if it's really hard to do and to keep consistent, is because I need something for myself. Like, listen, I love having a full-time job. It gives me structure, and I work a full-time job in an industry that I absolutely love. This is like my dream job type of situation. But I need a way to express myself outside of my job. And for me, that's creating content. It doesn't have to be YouTube content specifically, it just has to be content in general. And when I look at my history, it has been very consistent. Before YouTube, I had a blog. Before a blog, I spent every single day in like a dance studio or writing in a journal or trying to do some creative writing, like, during recess or lunch at school. Like, something that's always been true about me is I need like a creative side project or hobby, or else I just don't have an outlet for every other thing in my life. Like, let's be real. We all need something to escape from the day-to-day stress and struggles and problems that we might have. And for me, creativity was just one of those ways to escape and to actually thrive and feel like I could take on something because, hey, creativity isn't that easy. So if I can do something that's not easy, why can't I, face my problems in every other aspect of my life head on? And it turns out that the science actually backs this up. Studies have shown that having hobbies, especially creative ones, is linked to lower stress, better mental health, and even longer life. One global study even found that people who do regular creative activities are happier, more satisfied with life, and have fewer depressive symptoms. So even something as simple as making videos or painting or journaling, it can really make a difference. And all this science tells me what I'm doing matters. If not for anyone else, then at least for myself. And even if my YouTube is small, it's 30 minutes of creativity after work every day, maybe not even every day, because some days I'm just so tired and busy from my full-time job and other life responsibilities. The studies prove that, creative stuff makes your life better. And I don't need a study to prove that. I sit here and I can 100% say with my entire chest that YouTube has changed my life because creativity changes my life. And the absolute best part of having started a YouTube channel, finding you guys. I know I don't have a massive fan base. I know my videos don't go viral. And if I can be perfectly honest, a part of me is very happy that that's the case. But I get the occasional comment saying something like, oh, I really needed this today, or this was really helpful. And those messages mean so much more than I think you guys will ever know. It makes my day, it makes my week, it makes my month when one of you guys just says that something that I share connects with you. It could be a video or a newsletter or a blog post. It doesn't matter. But like when I know that we have this connection online, even though we haven't met in person, and it's all because of something that I did to express myself creatively, then wow, it feels just as validating, if not more validating than the whole brand deal part of this video. This also doesn't just apply to the heartwarming comments, even like the funny, like, hey, that's my favorite show too type of comment. That stuff really, really, really makes my day. Like, I just love knowing that, wow, you're watching my content and we have stuff in common and we are a little community here on the internet, and I absolutely love that. Some of you guys have even written in to say that, oh, you reread my blogs or my newsletters you have saved in a folder somewhere in your inbox, or that you rewatch my videos and just play it in the background. Honestly, when you guys message me that stuff, it makes me like tear up. I'm not even exaggerating. Like, I just love hearing stuff like that from people. I think anybody would love to know that their content is reaching somebody. It doesn't have to reach millions of people. It just has to reach somebody. And for me, even if that's just one person, that's enough. And I think from my previous point, you guys can tell that I have some intrinsic motivation to do YouTube. So even if nobody watches my videos, nobody comments, I will still be posting online. I'm not going to pretend that connecting with you guys and seeing your comments and messages doesn't matter to me. It really does. It's a huge motivator. It's a big bonus on top of all the other reasons that I do YouTube, because they change my life in some form or another. And I don't think I say it enough, so I'm just gonna say it right here. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for rewatching my videos if you do. Thank you for sharing my videos if you do. Honestly, you don't have to do anything as long as you're watching. Thank you so much. It means a lot. I don't think I say it enough, but yeah, thanks. If I can be like really honest for a second, sometimes I don't know why some of you are still here. I'm very inconsistent. I don't really do those wow videos, and sometimes I feel like I talk about things that have been talked about by like 10,000 other people, and yet you guys are still here watching my videos, choosing to watch my videos, spending your very precious limited time with me for like, I don't know, 15 minutes on the occasion that I do upload, because again, I'm not consistent. So yeah, sometimes I don't know, but I don't think I need to know why. It's just the fact that you are here, the fact that you show up for me also, it just means a lot. So just know that. Really cool having you around. So yeah, let's see where this takes us, yeah. So all in all, no, I am not a full-time content creator, nor do I aspire to be, but all thanks to YouTube, I have a creative outlet that I love. I've worked with amazing brands, and fingers crossed that there are more in the future. I've grown more confident in myself by showing up in uncomfortable ways, and I found a small but meaningful community who reminds me almost every day why I still do this, even if it's really hard to be consistent and all that stuff. So if you're thinking of starting a channel, a blog, a TikTok, whatever it is, take this as your sign to do so. It might not change your life in a way that you expect or that society tells you to, or like that influencer selling you their $10,000 course on how to be a full-time influencer like them, but it's gonna change your life anyway if you really give it a shot. Just remember, you don't have to go viral, you don't have to quit your job, you just have to start and you just have to enjoy the process. If this video resonated with you in any way, I would really love to hear from you in the comments. Leave a comment to let me know what you think. If you feel inspired to do something creative and posting it online, or just feel free to tell me about your side quests. Like I think I'm pretty obvious at this point that YouTube is my side quest. I work a really great tech job that I love. Tell me anything. Let's just chat in the comments. Tell me about your pets. I'll tell you about mine. I don't know. My cat, he's almost 4 years old, I think, or 3. I forget. But anyway, he's a cat. Love him. I'll put some B-roll while I talk about him and not say very much. His name's Mackie. Named him after an iced macchiato. Anyway, it's also raining. I don't know if you can hear the thunder from when I've been recording this entire video, but like, that's what I mean, it's very hard to be consistent, and like sometimes the universe gives me all these reasons to not do videos. Like today, it just started thunderstorming all of a sudden, and so I'm just worried that my audio is gonna be all janky, but whatever, I think I've established that, we're just gonna keep showing up anyway because I need this for myself, and today I really needed to record this video, and I really hope to get this edited and out to you very soon. So yeah. But no matter what, whether you decide to comment or not, whether you watch till the very end or not, I'm still very grateful for each and every one of you, and I hope to see you in my next video very soon. Bye!